Hello and welcome to the Lake District Yogi. My name's Kat and welcome to this 6th class in the Journey into Yoga for Complete Beginners series. If you are just joining in this class, that's great. It is a standalone class. It's going to be a full body flow. If you have been doing the sequence so far, the previous 5 classes, this is where we just start to put some things together. I've called this class Let's Flow It Out. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to flow gently through some of the poses that we've learned. We're going to ground ourselves. We're going to connect to our breath. And we're going to experience what a full body class can feel like. So I'm really excited that you've joined me. You are so welcome. We're going to start today seated. I'll just have a sip of tea and we'll get going. Okay. So just finding that comfortable seat. Remember, whatever modifications you need to do in order to make this feel accessible. We're not going to be here for too long. What we're really looking for always is that nice elongated spine. So we're not talking ever becoming rigid and tense and forcing our body into something. We're just looking for that little bit of length. We're trying to counter that rounding, that poor posture that so many of us just develop naturally through modern living, through sitting all the time at desks, at computers, driving. So very often it is quite problematic to sit straight. It hurts and it feels uncomfortable and unnatural. So this is just moving towards that. So we're just gently starting to find that little bit of length and space in our spine. If it's problematic, remember to wedge something under your sitting bones or sit on a block or whatever it is that makes this comfortable to start with. And we'll just close our eyes and we'll just allow ourselves to fully arrive. Just take a couple of nice grounded breaths in and out through the nose. And then we will gently get going in warming up the body. So on your next inhale, just sweep your arms overhead nice and slow. So let's give ourselves that message straight away that we are slowing down here. Then plant your right hand down and extend your left arm alongside your ear. Keep that left sitting bone rooted. Reach into the tips of your fingers. So really beginning to cultivate that slower breath. And as we move and breathe in this way, we start to send all the right signals to our body, to our nervous system, that it is okay to settle, that we're safe, that we're moving slowly and mindfully. Okay, next in-breath, gently push off this hand and rainbow to the other side. Find that stretch on the left. Okay, this time as we press back up, bring both arms to center and then move into a twist on the right. So left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Find that length first and then make a gentle twist from the belly. Keep the left hand where it is on your knee and lift the right hand to the ceiling. And then take a centered breath in. And as you exhale, lean diagonally over this left knee. Keep that arm glued alongside your ear. Feel for that lovely stretch in the right side of the body. Next time you breathe out, let that hand fall to your left knee. So your arms across, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, keep the hands where they are. Just lift up, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. We'll do the other side. As you breathe out, move into that twist to the left, left hand behind, right hand to left knee. And then keeping the right hand where it is, let the left arm go long, nice and slowly. Let it unfurl. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, lean over that right knee. Next exhale, let the left hand fall to the knee, round the spine, tuck the chin. Next, inhale, keep the hands crossed, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Next breath in, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, let them float down slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, we'll make our way over our knees onto all fours. We've done this many times if you've been following through these classes, so set yourself up and take some time. So we're looking for our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. You can have the toes tucked or untucked, it's entirely up to you. And then feel for that connection. So feel that connection through the hands, the knees, the tops of the feet or the toes, and let that be that kind of strength, that container. And then let everything soften within that. Let the belly hang. And so as you do that, you'll feel the tailbone lift a little. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, start to press into the earth, round the spine to the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, let the heart shine through. And keep moving on your own breath, just like this, pressing into the earth to round the spine to the ceiling. Inhaling, letting the heart sweep through, lifting the gaze. So finding some rhythm here, that slow connection of breath and movement. We get that connected right at the start. See how deeply you can feel into this movement, really feeling for every single part of the transition, of the shifting in weight, from one part of the body to the other, of the fluidity, the sense of maybe becoming a little bit warmer. Okay, at the end of your next round, just find that neutral spine, untuck the toes, excuse me, if you had them tucked, and then send the right arm forward and the left leg back. You can flex or point the toe. Feel that core engagement. Feel that length from fingertip to foot. Slowly lower the right hand and the left knee. Send the left arm forward, the right leg back. Okay, feel for that core engagement and that line of energy. And then bring the hand and the knee down, tuck the toes again. Start to send the hips back towards your heels. Stretch the fingers forward a little, or a lot. And then round the chin, start to roll forward. Any amount. So you can come just forward of the wrists and give the wrists a nice stretch. Or if it feels good, you can let the hips drip towards the earth. So keep that light core engagement. Bring the chin and neck in as much as feels comfortable. Just enjoy this feeling of fluidity and flow. And if you are moving forward and just a tiny fraction ahead of your wrist, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, if you have a wrist injury and you're finding this challenging, don't go forward of the wrist at all. Just keep moving backwards and forwards like this. Pad your knees with a blanket if you need, anything that makes this accessible and comfortable. So I'm going to do one more like this, finding your flow. And then this time, as you come back, we're going to lift into our first downward dog. So gently lift the hips off the ground. Keep the knees bent, keep the hips nice and high. And find a moment of stillness here. If this feels challenging and your shoulders are shaking, or it just feels really uncomfortable, you're not in this shape comfortably yet, don't panic. We're only here for a couple of breaths, but keep those knees bent and hips lifted. Try to stay connected to your breathing. Okay, very gently lower the knees back down to the ground, come back to that all fours shape. Untuck the toes, and then step your right foot between your hands and finding low lunge. So again, finding the low lunge that works for you. It could be that you're really much higher up, that everything is more at a right angle. If you've got the openness, you can wriggle back this back leg and find a deeper stretch in the front of the hip here. Make sure this knee is over your ankle. And then we'll sweep the arms overhead. So feel what engagement is required for this. Maybe that inner thigh kind of magnetizing together, drawing in that core. Even if you're quite open and you're really, sunk quite deeply, pull it back just a fraction. Make sure you're in control of this, that you're not just dumping all of your weight into your hips. Let's keep it nice and controlled. And take a breath here. And then let the fingers come to the ground and start to send the hips back. Extend through that front leg into half splits. It does not have to go straight. Slide the fingers towards you as much as you need. Breathe into the back of the leg. Staying upright or finding any amount of fold if that works for you. And then slide the left fingers a little bit further towards you. Peel the right arm off the ground. We'll find a twist in this shape. Beautifully done. Bring the fingers back down. Rebend that front leg. And then come back to all fours. Tuck the toes. Send the hips back into an active child just for a couple of breaths. Placing the forehead down on the ground. Coming back forward onto all fours. Step the left foot through. We'll do that on the other side. So again, find your low lunge. And then get your stability nice and grounded. Draw in that lower belly to create that stability around the core. And then sweep the arms up. I like sweeping my arms wide. If you're short on space, obviously you can just lift the arms through the front. If you'd rather keep them on the ground or on the knee, that's fine too. And then let the fingers come down to the ground and send the hips back. Find that half splits, flexing that left foot so you control it. Keep the knee bent as much as you need. That flexed foot, obviously the more you flex it, the more you're intensifying the sensation, so you can decide there too. You can also decide how much forward fold you have, if any. And then slide those right fingertips back towards you a little. Peel the left arm into the sky. Finding that twist. Beautiful. Bring the hand back down, come forward, finding that low lunge again, and then come back to our all fours, tuck the toes, find that active child again, reaching the hands forward, placing the forehead down. Okay, slide the hands towards your knees, keeping your forehead on the ground. Press up with a flat back and then lift up into a squat at the back of your mat. You might need to adjust your feet. And then keep the fingertips on the ground. Or if you feel quite stable here and balanced, you can bring the elbows to the inner thighs or inner knees and place the palms together. I quite like this option because I'm balanced on my toes. I can't get my heels to the ground. And so this connection of both elbow and knee and pressing the palms together really firmly. I say that and I've wobbled straight away because I'm looking over here, but that helps me stay really stable. So we just make it work for us. If you feel more comfortable keeping the fingers on the ground, then do that. And find that drishti, that gaze point in front of you. And keep that heart lifted towards the thumbs. If you've got your hands here, keep that heart, the sternum, lifting towards the thumbs all the time. Beautifully done. Okay, bring the fingertips down if you haven't already. Lift the hips a fraction and turn the feet parallel, and then find your forward fold at the back of your mat. Nice wide feet. You may hold your opposite elbows. Maybe you want to hold behind your legs. Just anywhere that's comfortable. You can keep a bend in the knee and just let the upper body hang, maybe swing and sway a little bit. Reconnect with that breath if it's wandered off. Okay, finding stillness, letting go of the elbows if you're holding onto them. Soften the knees and roll all the way up to standing. Keep the feet nice and wide. And then as you come up, let the arms follow. Let the arms raise overhead, palms touching space. And this time let's draw the hands, palms together, down, back to the heart. And then release them. And then feel this standing shape with this gorgeous wide base, really nice foundation, nice and rooted. Take a grounded breath in and out. Okay, you can walk the feet together. We're going to travel to the front of the mat. By all means, you can just walk there, that's fine. I've got a nice fun alternative if you'd like to try it. So taking all your weight into your left foot, lift your knee up sort of towards your chest, but just lift it nice and high. Take a step into the middle of your mat, and as you do so, float the body forward, send the left leg out behind you. Hands can come to your heart. So that balance on one leg, feel that engagement. Find your drishti, your gaze point. Then bring the left knee into the chest, squeeze it in a little. Take a step to the front of the mat, onto the left leg, lift the right leg out behind you. Embrace the wobble, use your gaze point, engage your core and that standing leg, and then come to a stand. Nice. I always love to do that. It's a much more fun way of getting to the front of the mat than just walking. Sorry, I'm just going to have a quick sip of drink. Okay. So now we're in Tadasana at the front of our mat. Let's root down through the feet, feel that engagement through the legs. Let's travel up the body with that engagement through the big muscles of the thighs, the glutes, engaging that core. This is light engagement. It's just an awareness. It's so that the body is active. Traveling up the waist, the ribs, the shoulders, which are soft, down away from the ears. The face is soft, the jaw is soft, the eyes are soft. That lovely sensation of being pulled by the crown of the head. Okay, from this position, we're just going to take a big step back with the right foot. So this is straight into a kind of balance. So see how we get on. Take a big step back, bend this front knee. Check that your knee is over your ankle. Can you see your toes? Okay, high lunge. So let's sweep the arms overhead once again. Reach the fingers tall and then actively and consciously soften the shoulders down. Keep both legs nice and active. Draw in that core, finding that strength in the container. Keeping the breath soft, the face soft, the heart soft. Okay, from here we're going to move into warrior two. So keeping the arms where they are for starters. Seal that back heel down. The hips, remember, move from facing forward to facing off at a kind of 45-degree angle as you lower that back heel, and then let the arms open wide. Keep this front knee over the ankle and feel as if like the movement is like sliding down a wall. We're just sliding down as much as is possible into our hips, but it may not be that much. And then activate through both arms. Don't forget that back hand. Keep the back arm as engaged as the front. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then gently drop the back hand towards the thigh and reach this left arm alongside the left ear. Come back to warrior two. The legs are staying exactly the same through that movement. And here's the little challenging transition, possibly. Swiveling on the back toes, back into our high lunge. Pressing back with that back heel, maybe, just for a little bit more engagement in that back leg. And then we step forward. Keep the arms high. We're going into a forward fold, so either arms wide or down through the midline. Soften the knees, roll all the way down. Find that forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. So your hands can come to your shins or even your thighs, maybe the floor, but we're looking for a nice flat back, gaze lifted a little. Next, exhale, fold over your legs. Soften the knees and roll all the way up to standing. Let the arms float overhead. Exhale as you draw the hands down to the heart. And then release them. Take all your weight into your right foot. Step the left foot back into that high lunge. Find your balance. Get your feet in the right place. So you don't want to be on a kind of tightrope with one foot behind the other. We want to separate them to find that nice foundation. And then we'll sweep the arms overhead. Find your drishti. Soften the gaze and try and soften the mind. That is the hardest thing, I know, but that is essentially what all this yoga is all about. Remembering the very first of the Yoga Sutras, written 2,000 plus years ago, says, roughly translated, yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. It's the very, very first thing that is written in the Yoga Sutras. It's not about becoming flexible or strong. It's about using these shapes and poses and mindfulness and movement and breath to quieten the mind. Okay, when you're ready, seal that back heel, hips move out to that angle, and then let the arms come down. Nice. Check that your front knee is over that ankle. Feel the weight kind of rooted through both feet equally. Draw in that lower belly. Feel the strength, get that energy to all 10 fingertips. Okay, very gently, keeping the legs where they are, drop that back hand, send that right arm alongside the ear. Take a breath in and out. Keep the legs strong. Come back to your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, that's such beautiful names. And then prepare for that transition. So swiveling onto the back toes, finding our high lunge. And then stepping forward, keep the arms high. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, fold over your legs. Find that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So again, hands to the floor, the shins, anywhere on the leg. Exhale, fold. And then bring the hands somewhere, bend the knees, just to allow yourself to come down to a seat. Extend the legs out in front of you. And then we'll bring the sole of the right foot inside the left thigh. And make that really nice connection there. engage this long leg to draw the toes in if you can. Keep it nice and active. You can always test this out. I love doing this. If you let go of the foot, the whole leg just kind of rolls out and it becomes completely passive. What we want is that kind of upward lift. I do like my sound effects in yoga. That upward lift of energy. Okay, lightly engage the core. So you have options here as always, but you can walk, your hands were coming into a fold over this leg. That can be a nice way to go in. Some people prefer to lift their arms overhead and as they hinge with their arms there, for some reason it just makes it much more obvious where that edge is, that edge of your natural range of movement. And then you can let the hands come down to whichever works for you. And then you can either plant them on the mat, you can hold your leg, it doesn't matter where you're holding. Just try to keep a little lift in the heart, even here, even in this forward fold. And let the breathing just do its thing, slow and mellow. Smoothing out the edges, in and out of the nose. Okay, gently peel yourself back up, keep the legs where they are, plant the right hand just outside the right hip, and then press into the earth, coming up onto this right knee, and straightening and lifting that left leg, and then open out. Let everything shine. Feel that sense of openness and expansion. Sit your hips back down, they land exactly where they started, and we'll switch sides. So if you need a blanket, if you're on a very hard floor, you might want a blanket under that knee for the lift. So connect the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, work out whichever way you want to go down, and then move into this forward fold. So this is very much a hinging movement, not a rounding movement. We're not trying to get our head to our knee, okay? The gaze and everything is going way past our foot. We're just heading in that direction, kind of energetically. And then find somewhere sensible for your hands. Maybe close the eyes. Just feel into that energy. Feel into your breath. Maybe after a couple of slow breaths, there's a little bit more movement. Just see if there is some space to move into. By all means, do it. Being very aware about not overstretching that leg. You can always bend it, put a blanket under it, all of those things that we have been practicing with this shape. And gently come back up. Plant the left hand outside the left hip. And when you're ready, come up onto that knee and open yourself out. Find some joy in this movement. Let the hips come back down. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Any distance away, there's always a sort of preference. People have different preferences, and it does depend on what you're looking to do. So if you bring the feet much closer, you might get a more intense stretch in the sort of groin and knit up. So it's entirely up to you. I like to put my feet for a fold like this, a little bit further away, holding the ankles or the feet, but you can try around with different options. And again, hinging forward. So when you're ready, we take that breath in, and then we just hinge from the hips over our feet. And it may be that the movement is a few millimeters. It may be that you can lie your torso right down. It doesn't make any difference at all. Just find where you are and breathe there. This is a really nice place while you're folding and breathing and all of that. You can also massage the insteps of your feet. I just find that a really nice little touch, little bit of self-care while you're here. Just how slowly and softly can you breathe? Again, if you close the eyes, it can really help you feel. And very gently come back up. Find an easy cross-legged shape. I've turned round. You obviously don't need to. You can stay where you are. Take a sweeping breath in as we let the arms lift. A nice, full, joyful breath. We'll move into a twist to finish. So lift left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Twisting from the belly, wringing anything old and stagnant out. Back to center, bring the arms overhead. Move the other way, finding that twist on the left. Coming back to center, sweep the arms overhead, maybe close the eyes, let the palms meet in space. And as you breathe out, draw the hands slowly, slowly, pressing the palms together. Feel all the sensations as we draw the hands down to the heart. This time, keeping the eyes closed, maybe bow your head in, sealing your practice, maybe whispering a little word of thanks and gratitude to yourself for coming to your mat today, and then you can open your eyes. Well, if you have journeyed with me through these 6 classes and your journey into yoga, I am so happy and I'm so proud. If you have done all of them from nothing, from complete beginner to partaking in that flow class, then that's just awesome. I hope you have the most beautiful yoga life ahead of you. It's just so joyful. It's never ending. It just keeps on giving. I have been practicing yoga now for over 25 years. I've been teaching for 8, I think now. It has been a consistent friend throughout those 25 years. I have never once thought I'm bored of this now, or I've reached the end. I've learned everything I need to know about yoga. It just doesn't work like that. It is a lifelong practice that evolves and grows with you. And it also helps you evolve and grow. So this is just this beautiful relationship. And I hope that having done these 6 classes, you've started to feel maybe just a little fraction of what the possibilities are within this beautiful practice that we call yoga. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you have joined me. It gives me nothing but joy to create these classes. I love it so much. Sharing yoga is my biggest passion, and being able to do it from my little home studio gives me a lot of pleasure. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. If you were joining me today and this was just a one-off class for you, then you're very welcome too. And I'm really joyful and thankful that you did that. And I'm glad that you joined me, and I hope you enjoyed it. There are lots more to come. So if you finish the 6-week series, it does not end here. Okay, please continue to come and practice with me, and gradually we will develop your beautiful, sustainable practice. And you never know, your life might just change. Anyway, from my home to yours and from my heart to yours, thank you so much, and I will see you on the mat again soon. Bye.